Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Okay. Some of you have sent doubts which are directly out of the PPT itself. What are Ashokan sites? What about Sangam literature? Raj Neha, you weren't there in those classes. What is Charvak philosophy? What is classical done? Okay. I have doubts from Vikram Prasanna. Vikram. In class? The people who are in class, I'll take their doubts. Prasanna Vikram? Yes. Okay. Pooja? Yes, okay. Father of Ayurveda, Charak. Charak Samhita is the Anjali. Shelly. So yeah, that's too minor a point. If you have access, cover it. Not important. Shelly. Uh, Raj, Neha, Ankita, Arjun, Kaveri. Okay. So the purpose was that you should have sent the doubt to the email ID. First preference given to them. Then, if we need to, we'll take questions from the chat box. Only relevant questions. So, Prasanna, your question is what does culture exactly encompass within it? Can anything that was followed by ancestors be termed as culture, or should there be any specific aspect associated in order to be culture? No. Anything which is man-made or is old. Culture encompasses anything man-made. So, any peculiarity of the past is part of culture. Any peculiarity, whatever it may be. Culture, the word is very big, which is we find, for example, tools, we find certain dietary practices, we find certain settlements, we find a settlement pattern, we find burials. Everything becomes a part of the culture. There needs to be a pattern, though. A single site is not called a culture. That pattern needs to be replicated in multiple sites. Then it becomes a culture. Multiple sites, same pattern. Then we term it as a culture. Culture is not a single place. It's not a single place. It is multiple sites exhibiting the same thing. Then that, sir, with preservation and revivalism, can't we also preserve and revive some of the unwanted discriminatory practices associated with it? How can we preserve our culture without inheriting the unwanted practices? Now that is something on, for example, if you take a festival and a festival has a certain peculiarity which is, for example, discriminatory. It may be there for the initial generations, but over a period of time, all festivals, all cultures evolve. And that evolution process is there. It has to be rejected by not individuals, but by the culture itself. It is not one practice, it is a proper practice which has to be followed by everybody. So, when we talk about culture being man made, multiple sites, culture has to evolve in order to basically be what we call as a peculiarity, maybe discriminatory, to remove it. It has to be a cultural call, it has to be a collective call. For revival of puppetry, identify exactly the target audience, children, or reaching them through digital media where government can play a role of developing a specific digital market, especially the for preserving culture associated with entertainment purposes rather than direct to cash subsidies. Revival of puppetry, sure, children, but the puppetry was not always about children. So it has to be made part of the school curriculum. It has to be made relevant. They need to use technology. They have to make sure that they have employment. And that can only happen where there is some form of state support. But not specifically, only children will never work. It has to be relevant throughout. Are we clear? Vikram? Okay. Now, Puja, father of Ayurveda, they revived medical aspects which may ignore traditional practice. What does it mean? Ayurveda, see, Charak Samhita is considered the encyclopedia of Ayurveda. So Charak, in that regard, is considered the father of Ayurveda. They reveal mundane aspects in which ignore traditional literature. What does it mean? You have not sent it in the right wording. Write the question again, Pooja, here. They, I don't know. uh, they reveal mundane aspects which may be ignored in traditional aspects. Mundane means day to day, small, simple, boring. Then, what are the chapters that need to be studied, skipped from Pearson history book? You are talking about my book. Every chapter is relevant for you. There's no chapter which can be skipped in that book. Ancient medieval modern India. There's no art and culture in that book. There's a separate art and culture book I'm working on. Anjali, as you know, in Ajanta Cave 26 is big. There we find Buddha image indicating Mahaparinirvana written your PPT. Mahaparinirvana written in NCRT. As I told you, Nirvana, Nibbana, they mix it up. Mahaparinirvana and Mahaparinirvana is only referring to one thing, which is the death of Buddha. When an enlightened one dies, it is called Mahaparinibbana, Nirvana. That they will use interchangeably. It should be Mahaparinibbana, but they write Mahaparinirvana. That's a standard thing. Either way, it's right. Uday Pitholkara gives in Buddhist, but in PPT it in both Chaitya, Hinayana, and Viharas. And the concept of Vihara present in both. Yes, Viharas is a concept which is both in Buddhism and in Jainism. But Chaitya is a specific thing to Buddhism. In GI tags, what trips and what is the role? Under the GI tag, which is the international GI tag or the recognition which you get in international is basically under trips. So the recognition which you get internationally, you get under trips. In Indonesia, he gave Mathadipachedi and Patan Patola. Yes. UNESCO World Heritage Cities. I have to discuss World Heritage Cities, Anjali, in the webinar. World Heritage Cities I did not discuss because over the year they will keep on announcing. But I have to do it in the end. Therefore, one whole list is there. But one heritage cities are there. Can you correct me if I'm wrong? 3 chapters from Nitin Singhania. Buddhism, Jainism, Science and Technology, Law and Culture, and Foreign Travelers. 19th. This Tuesday. 19th. What are the basic elements of dances, classical dances? Lasya Tandava and Nitya Natya. Shelley not in class. Ashokan sites, Raj, we have done it in ancient India. All minor and major. Then you have Sangam literature again discussed in class. Purvamimamsa is the one which is called Vedanta. The concept that everything is an illusion, don't believe in Dvaita, and you have Ramanuja and Shankaradeva. Meditation, contemplation as the way forward. Charvak, live in this slok, not everywhere. What is classical languages? 6 classical languages, all languages of South India, plus Sanskrit, plus Odia. Okay. Let's write the doubt here. I may answer it here. So this is the number of doubts I've got generally from the email. This is the doubts which have come. So it means that there's no other doubt, right? Because if you haven't emailed, then it means that you don't have a doubt. Just copy and paste it here. Basically, copy the PDF text and write it here. I may have replied, I may have not have replied. I have multiple emails. Just copy the text and write it here. Any other doubt? In class, Walabi style, in Bengal style, stepping roof. Bengal style is sloping roof like this. Walabi is a Nagara style concept in which you have vaulted roof. Vaulted shikhar, not even roof. This is Walabi. This is sloping roof of Bengal. Anjali, I answered you that point. The we write it Jensam. What do I do? Pitholkora is Nasik caves, Pandavleni caves. That is properly Buddhist. Walabi is not from Bengal. No, my Walabi is in Gujarat. Yes, Dhavni. If you want to refer to the book, sure, but that is more than enough. Actually, I'm waiting for the question because there's no other question, so we can end the session quickly. There's no need to waste your time. The whole purpose is to get address the emails which have come in email, but there is nothing here. So either you don't have doubts or I've taught you well. Either way. How to identify mural painting? Mural painting, any big painting on any wall made after the prehistoric period is a mural. IBC terracotta coins is counted as coinage. No, there's no concept of IBC and coinage. Pachmark coins are only have been developed in Mahajanpada period and will go till the Ashokan period. They go from Mahajanpada to Ashoka. Post Maurya, we see new coinage develop. Sure, Anshika. Once it happens again, you can do that. Who told you that Indians stagnated during science and technology during medieval period? Who said that to you? How many times revision will be enough? At least three to four. There's no right and wrong answer there. The more you will revise, the better. The longer you have, the better. 2025, 26, you should revise 5 to 6, 7, 8 times. No, there is a lot of progress in medieval when it comes to metallurgy, when it comes to shipbuilding, when it comes to chemical technologies. You don't know it, but there is. How to revise quickly? First will take time, then it will take lesser and lesser time. Always first revision takes time, then it takes less time. Discipline, Satyaprasad. Discipline, good coverage. Don't worry about that until you move forward. Do it after you've done everything. Oldest cave founds are the Barabara Nagarjuni Hill complex. Prehistoric caves is Bhimbetka. Ilma PPT plus NCRT is minimum. Yali is a mythical creature which is half elephant, half lion. Regional, whatever I've done with you, Sneha, that is enough. Because there is no end to it. Actually, I'll go and check. I'll check the email. Send it to me again. When we go through our first revision, can we go through PPT is enough? Sure, but then you have to add NCRT as a form of just reading through. But isn't Bhimbetka is oldest painting cave in? Yeah, you are confusing. There are man-made caves and there are natural caves. Man-made caves is Barabar Nagarjuni Hill complex given to Ajivix. Then there are natural caves which have been found in India as a evidence of prehistoric art and prehistoric life. That would be Bhimbetka. How to make notes quickly and also time to do 1, 2, 3 reading. Again, it is totally on you. How to make notes quickly is on how much time you have. You have to make it the way you have to make it, which is condense the data. And then first revision will always take 15, 20 days. Then it will come down to 10, then it will come down to 5. There's a process. Ilma, that will come, don't worry. Any other doubt? If not, I'll be happy to stop the session because there's no point wasting your time on a Sunday. I expected doubt session does not need to be long if there is no questions itself. Advice for 24, just give it, think, look at where your weak areas are. Work on that. Do the PTS first three tests as a way of understanding your weak areas. Then make it up in the sectional test, and then later you should be able to pick it up again. No, Sneha. No, Sneha. So your subject about reading, revising. Every subject is about reading and revising. It's always about reading, revising, reading, revising. Reading NCRT is enough, no need to make notes. In app under topic wise, there is 0 test. I'll tell that. Ilma, I'll get that sorted. Any doubt? No? Latina functional in Nagra style, yes. 4 chapters from Nitin Singhania. Science and technology, foreign travelers, Buddhism, Jainism, law and culture. So perfect. So all the best. No doubts at all. I'll see you soon on 19th. Take care. All the best. A lot of you were here. The questions which have been taken here have been taken. Thank you. Take care. And if there's any issue, you can always email me. It will take time. I will reply, but I will surely. So I hope ancient medieval art and culture is totally clear in your mind and you don't fear that in that sense. Plan to give in 2024, my option is not completed. Then don't worry. Just go till January for optional, then give it up. Because you have to cover prelims orientation February, March, April. Okay. Perfect. Thank you. Take care. Bye-bye. 19th, I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow evening for sure. But 19th for the people who are not in the evening batch, rather who are now going to concentrate on their studies. How many subjects should be studied in a day? Ideally, every subject 1 hour, 1.5 hours. Okay, bye-bye.